This next video is a webinar that I did in Rick's Enterprise on the dashboard. When logging into Rick's Enterprise, you're going to land on the home page. This page contains important messages on the left side of the screen and links to some key training videos on the right side of the screen. So you see the left side of the screen has your messages and the right side has video library and video training and help. To access the dashboard, you're going to select the Dashboard tab to the right of the Message Center tab. We have developed the dashboard to enable our customers to quickly access key information to help them identify trends or issues within their business. The dashboard is not meant to replace our vast selection of reports. Its purpose is to provide timely snippets of information that enable the user to make decisions or guide them in where to drill down into potential issues using the Rick's reports. The dashboard will load up to 4 pods containing the information you viewed the last time you entered the dashboard. So as you can see, we have pod number 1 that shows the sales by day for 2 weeks, pod number 2 that shows the store sales for the last 2 weeks, and as we scroll down, we'll see pod 3 and pod 4. In pod 3 we have inventory valuation for today, and in pod 4 we have the tender type distribution in a graphic view. The first pod contains a sales by day report by store for the last 2 weeks. You will note that store number 1 in blue had the best sales during this period. To isolate a particular line, we can click on the colored box next to the store number. So if we click on store 1, the blue box, you'll see that that will highlight and thicken that line. To see the sales for a particular day, we can click on that data point. So if I click on July 6th, actually it says July 9th, it'll show the date, the store, and the actual sales for that day. And then if we want to close out, we can click on the X in the right hand corner. Moving over to the second pod, this pod contains the store sales month to date, and it includes the number of tickets, average sales per ticket, and the average items per ticket. So you'll see all of the store numbers, their sales, the number of tickets, average sales per ticket, and average items per ticket. Moving down to the third pod, this pod contains inventory valuation. This pod enables you to quickly view your on-hand cost and price value of your stock without having to run a sales or inventory report. So you'll see, in this case I did supplier, what the on-hand is for each supplier, the average cost value, and the retail selling price value. And this is as of today. And then moving over to the last pod, this fourth pod contains a tender type distribution for 1 week. So similar to the line chart, the pie chart is interactive as well. So we can isolate a particular wedge of the pie. We can click on the colored box next to the tender type. So if I click on MasterCard, you'll see how it moves that pie wedge out. Click on it again, it moves it back in. The wedge will pull out and move back with each click. So now if we want to see the sales for a particular tender type, we can click on that wedge. So if I click right on the wedge, the pop-up message displays the tender type, sales amount, and percent of total tendered for that period. So it shows the MasterCard, you see the dollar amount and the percent. If I want to close out of that, I can just click on the X in the right hand corner.